Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Dear Man. And today I'm here alone, and so it's only Vanel here. Prissy is busy elsewhere. Yeah, and yeah, it's good to be back again. So we've been looking at marriage today against marriage in the past or earlier, and we've been trying to figure out which generation was good at it or better at it, and then if there's any lessons we could learn from there, then we do so. And we've looked at commitment, and we gave that to the earlier generation. And we also looked at communication, and we gave that to the current generation. And so today, we're looking at this in the context of gender roles. So, who wins the day? Before now, or in the back in the days, not that I was there, but back in the days, you had really strictly defined roles. I mean, for the man and for the woman, or for the husband and for the wife. And so, in the home, for example, the man had specific things that were expected of him. Usually, it is taking care of the house. I mean, giving out money, being the financial pillar there to support the home. So it was more like that guy who was the main figure in there, ensuring that everyone is taken care of financially. And he was usually the disciplinarian. I mean, if the kids do something wrong, everyone is dreading when daddy comes home, because daddy is going to mete out very strict punitive measures. And so we had strictly defined roles. And when it came to the wife or the woman, her role was to make sure the house is kept, make sure there is food in the house to eat, make sure everywhere is clean, and so on and so forth. But coming over to today, or this current generation, because there is a change in the dynamics as to, I mean, who helps with what, there is also a change in all those roles. So in today's marriage, you have or most of today's marriages, let me put it that way, you have the wife, sometimes or most times supporting with money in the home. So you have families where the wife is in charge of paying for food, paying for, I mean, things to keep the home nice and tidy. And then the husband is in charge of maybe giving out weekly or monthly stipends or money for the upkeep of the home. And so you have the woman or the wife contributing to something that was originally the reserve of the husband. And so because of that, and the fact that you don't have a housewife scenario where the woman just stays at home and keeps the home and so on, there is a corresponding change in what is expected of the man as well. So before now, when the man thinks that, okay, all that is expected of me is to be the man of the house, give out money, discipline whoever needs to be disciplined, anything else the man never touches. But today you have men who help with the day-to-day upkeep of the home, the cleaning, helping with the laundry, helping with cooking, and so on and so forth. And so comparing the two, to me, I mean, from my point of view, it looks like things are much more well balanced in today's marriages. And so, whereas in the past, the burden of, for example, running the home financially only rested on the man, today you have a situation where some wives are jumping in to help. I mean, think about it. In today's world, some wives even earn more than the man. So think about the irony of saying that, oh, this is your role. So although I have the money, I'm not going to jump into this particular responsibility. Go figure it out. And you have your husband struggling when you could actually lend a helping hand. And so I think that, I mean, for those marriages that are abreast with all the changes in dynamics and helping out, kudos. And for marriages that are still edged in, I mean, the responsibilities of yesteryears and saying that, hey, this is your responsibility, you got to do it. This is your responsibility. I'm not lifting a pin, even though I could help. I think that times have changed, and we should also change how we approach marriages. And so in that context, I think that the current generation wins in that regard. I mean, because it is always easier when you have a partner who would be willing to help with the heavy lifting. I mean, if there is something that was earlier on considered your role or your responsibility, and you have a partner who would want to jump in to help, I mean, it is what everyone or every spouse would wish for, so that you don't have a situation where you have 2 kids with a pregnant wife, and the kids are crying all over the place, and the husband is watching Manchester City against Bournemouth and wouldn't help out with any of them, or the wife is not around and the kids need to be fed. You wouldn't want a situation where the husband will go like, hey, it is not my responsibility. I can't lift a finger to help. This is your responsibility. Go figure it out. And I think I mean, in that regard, the current generation wins hands down. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know if you agree with this or not. I mean, you might have grown up in a totally different environment where you don't agree with this assertion. Let us know, and yeah, we can take the discussion up from there. So this is it for this week. If you've not yet gone to follow our page, please do so. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube page or channel, go ahead and do so. I mean, that's your responsibility. Yeah. Yeah. And so go ahead and do so, and let's keep the discussion ongoing. Let's keep on having very good relationships, very good families, and a better society at large. So we'll come your way again next week. And so it's bye for now. Always remember that no 2 relationships are the same. Thank you, and have a good one. Look at the sources of financial pressures. Now, we've identified 2 main sources of financial pressure. So the first one being internal, that is internally generated in the marriage, and the one that is without, the externally generated ones. What makes you 2 happy, and not allow the pressure of having to impress everyone have a toll on your marriage. For example, if what you can afford is a single room somewhere, what matters is that you are happy, basically, and not what will my friends say, what will my family say, what would everyone say, apart from what would my spouse say.
Having kids is like having little bosses at home. They control what you do.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to control kids.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to handle them.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of pressure, especially if you are not that used to taking care of